So, how does water cross the cell surface membrane or the plasma membrane? Now, we're doing this question today because a few of you commented on one of my previous videos about methods of transport across the membrane to ask specifically about water and how water can enter or leave the cell. So let's look at that now. There are actually two ways that water can enter or leave a cell. So the first way is just simple diffusion. Okay, now remember, simple diffusion is where the molecule just simply diffuses through the phospholipid bilayer. Now water is polar, which means it has an overall charge. Polar molecules usually don't use simple diffusion. They can't usually diffuse through the phospholipid bilayer. But because water is so small, water can use simple diffusion through the phospholipid bilayer. Okay, now we call it osmosis, don't we, the movement of water. Water will move from where there's a higher water potential to where there's a lower water potential, but osmosis is just diffusion of water. So simple diffusion through the phospholipid bilayer from a higher water potential to a lower water potential. Water can use a second method to enter or leave the cells, and that involves channel proteins, which I've drawn here. Channel proteins for water are called aquaporins, and there are lots of different types of aquaporin that have been discovered, and water can move through the aquaporin or the channel protein using facilitated diffusion. Again, it's still osmosis because it's still moving from a higher water potential to a lower water potential, but it's going through the aquaporin, so it's facilitated diffusion. It's having a little bit of help from that channel. So we've got two different ways here: simple diffusion through the phospholipid bilayer or facilitated diffusion through the aquaporins. There are many different types of cell that have aquaporins in the cell surface membrane. When you come to learn more about the kidney, you'll learn specifically about the cells of the collecting duct. The epithelial cells of the collecting duct can add aquaporins into the cell surface membranes to make them more permeable to water, or we can remove those aquaporins from the cell surface membranes, which would make them less permeable to water. I'm just going to finish off my answer then. So simple diffusion through the phospholipid bilayer or through aquaporins using facilitated diffusion. I hope that's been useful. Thank you very much for asking that question, and please remember to ask any other questions on my TikTok account, because if I see those requests, I will try and answer them for you.